Alright, what's going on everyone out there on YouTube? NES Ruler, and welcome to a brand new DVD and Blu-ray update. Got a bunch of Blu-rays and a bunch of DVDs to show you guys today, so I figured we'd get into them and I'll show you what I've picked up. So I actually just grabbed this today actually, and you could pick this up at Best Buy for 18 bucks until April the 24th. So by Monday, 2 days from now, you can pick this up at Best Buy for 18 bucks, and they also have of course, it's Waxworks and Waxworks 2. They also have Parents and Return of the Living Dead 3 as well for $14.99. So some really good prices for these Festron releases. And I haven't picked any of these up yet because they've been way too expensive for me. I wasn't going to pay $20+ for these catalog titles from Lionsgate, and I've just been waiting for the sales, and $14.99 is the price that I'm willing to pay for these. So I picked up this one, and I had to order Parents and Return of the Living Dead 3 from online because they didn't have them in stores. But very cool. My first Festron release. I'm really digging them. They're really nice. Hopefully my other ones come with a slipcase, because if they don't, I'm going to be a little bit upset with that, because I like those slipcases are really cool. But here is the release. Lionsgate did a good job with these, you know, trying to compete with other high-end home media releases, but very cool. So I guess we're going to start these now. I think there's 10 of them, 11 with Unholy, which comes out pretty soon. But that is Waxwork 2. Like I said, if you're looking for some cheap Festrons, now's the time to grab them on Best Buy. So this was sent to me by Cold Epics. We have 100 Girls by Bunny Yeager, and this is basically just a compilation of pin-up girls that were photographied by Bunny Yeager, sorry. It's an interesting thing, you know, it's not really my cup of tea, but if you are into pin-up girls and early nudies, then you'll definitely dig this. Like I said, this is a bunch of photos and a little bit of a documentary splattered in there. It's interesting if that's your kind of thing. So yeah, that was released by Cult Epics. Pick it up on Blu-ray. Walmart actually broke street date on this one, but you're probably going to laugh at me for picking this up. But La La Land. So this doesn't come out till Tuesday, but I actually got it on like Wednesday. Walmart shipped it to me early. I enjoyed this film quite a bit. It wasn't my favorite from last year. I liked Hell or High Water, Manchester by the Sea a lot more, but I still really enjoyed this film. It's a really great overall golden Hollywood type feel of a musical. It has that old school musical feel to it, and I think it deserved to be in my collection, so that's why I picked it up. I mainly wanted to watch some of the bonus features as well, mainly one on how they closed down a LA freeway for the opening number in this movie. If you guys know, I do work on films as my profession, so I could only imagine the headaches that went into pulling off that scene, so I'm curious about that one. So yeah, La La Land. I enjoyed it. Call me all the names you want, but I liked it. And I wanted to pick it up. So La La Land. Next up we have A Monster Calls. This is the newest film from the director of The Orphanage. Just a really great movie. Very sad and depressing. You would not know that by the trailer or anything like that if you read into this movie, but it's an extremely sad and depressing movie about a 11, 12-year-old dealing with problems that are going on in his life, and they're represented by this giant monster that he creates in his head. A really sad and depressing film. If you're not a tearjerker kind of a guy, then you're probably not going to enjoy, or lady, you're not going to enjoy this film, but it's a really well done and a fantastic movie that really didn't get that much praise when it came out a few months ago. So if you like The Orphanage and you know that guy's style and his storytelling, then you'll probably dig this one. I really liked it, so it's one that I wanted to see, so I blind bought it when it came out on Blu-ray. Unfortunately, didn't get a chance to go to the theaters to see it, and it was one that I really wanted to check out, so I picked it up. We have Multiple Maniacs. If you guys want to listen to my review on this one, go to my channel. This is the new Criterion release of John Waters' second film. Just a fantastic release from Criterion. If you guys want to hear my thoughts on this one, I I have a review on the channel. So I wanted to watch these films again. It's been a while since I saw them. I actually saw both of these in the theater, which is kind of crazy thinking my 10 and I think 13-year-old self was sitting in the theater watching these films, but I haven't seen them in a while and I wanted to check them out again, so I picked them up off Amazon, and that is the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This film is still fucking brutal. It is a really brutal movie if you really watch it. It's a gritty, dark, dirty movie, and it's quite brutal for a mainstream film, and it still holds up. It's still a very important movie. You know, this movie really started the remake buzz that happened in the early and mid 2000s, so it's still a very important film and one that I think I should have had in my collection, but I didn't have a chance to grab it until now. So that is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. Recently just watched this one again, and I still enjoyed it. And I picked up, of course, Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning, which I don't remember. I just got this yesterday, so I haven't had a chance to rewatch it, but I saw this one in theaters too, and I really don't remember that much about it, but I still think I should have it in the collection. You know, these are a memorable franchise, so they're good just to have anyway. So, Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning. Oh, okay, we have Drive-In Delirium, 70s and 80s. If you guys want to hear my thoughts on these, head over to my channel. I have a review for these two as well. These are from Umbrella over from Australia. These are just fun trailer compilations. They look amazing. Really, really cleaned up, really good. Just party fun. Check these out. I really, really enjoyed those. We have The Delinquents. I did a review on this one as well. Head over to the channel. Robert Altman's first movie. Rebellion teen type of a film. It's okay. Kathy's Curse. Just did a review on this one that's on the channel. Just a fun mid-70s low-budget Canadian horror film. It's a really awesome release. Head over to my channel to listen to the review on this one. And then I still have to post my reviews on these two films. I have one of them recorded. I still have to record the other one, but they are coming to my channel soon. So we have Dark Waters. This is a really great, airy, dark, nunsploitation film from 1994. It's really, really solid. I highly recommend you guys pick this up. Again, from Severin Films, who you know is going to do an amazing job with the package. The transfer is awesome. Everything is amazing. It's an art house film, totally down to the T. That's not kind of your cup of tea. You're not going to like it, but if you're into extreme imagery and just a weird film, then you're definitely going to dig this movie. It's really good. It has a Lovecraft type of a feel to it, and the features are awesome. Transfer's awesome. Everything's about it awesome. But I'll get into that in a little later when I post my review up here. But Dark Waters is a really great mid-90s gem. Recommend this one. And then we have The Other Hell. This is, of course, the Mattei film. Mattei. Oh, my amazing name pronunciations. This is another nunsploitation film from Severin. I'll have a review on this one coming soon to the channel, but it's okay. He has his style is very niche. You have to have a different kind of a taste to watch his films. But The Other Hell, that's from Severin as well, another nunsploitation release. Let's get into the DVDs. These are pretty much all $1 that I've picked up over time at Family Video and pawn shops and things like that. Stoker. This is a Park Chan-wook film that I actually didn't have. JP talked this film up a bunch on the podcast, how much he loved it. I haven't had a chance to see it yet, so I figured I'd pick it up. I grabbed that for $1 from a pawn shop. Hidden in the Woods remake with William Forsythe, who I've actually worked before. When I worked on Chicago Justice, he was in an episode, so it's cool. He's a cool dude. But Hidden in the Woods is the remake of, I think it's Peru or Chile. I can't remember. I think it's Peru. Film that Artsploitation put out. Haven't had a chance to see that one, but Moods talked about it a lot on the podcast, so I figured I'd give the remake a pick up. Got this for like $1.50 from Family Video. I probably just got the country wrong that it came from, but that's okay. We have American Honey, This is supposed to be a really, really great movie. It's long. It's close to 3 hours, but I've heard nothing but amazing things about this movie from A24, which is starting to put out a bunch of really good stuff. But like I said, I haven't had a chance to check this one out yet, but I heard it's an amazing coming-to-age film, and a lot of people really, really love this movie. So I grabbed this from $1.50 at Family Video, so curious to check that one out. Like I said, I've heard nothing but amazing things from that one. Phantasm 5. I know I'll probably end up buying that box set later down the line when it gets cheaper, but still haven't seen this yet, and I wanted to see it. And I have all the other ones on DVD, so figured they look nice on my shelf to grab this one. It was $1.50 at Family Video. So that is Phantasm 5. We have the Eclipse. Picked this one up at a pawn shop for $1. Seemed like an interesting ghost story, Magnolia. I don't think it's a full-blown ghostly, but it seems pretty cool, and I haven't really heard too many people talking about this one, so figured for $1 I'd give it a shot, grab it from the pawn shop. Ichi the Killer, probably just butchered the name, but this is the Tokyo Shock release. Everybody talks about this movie, and everybody says that I need to check it out. It's a Nikkei film. And so I grabbed it for $1, gonna give it a watch. I know a lot of people really love this movie, so I couldn't leave it on the shelf for $1 at the pawn shop. Pretty cool find, actually. Next up, we have the Funny Games remake. I grabbed this for $1 as well. Another film that I haven't seen, but I've seen the original, so I wanted to check out the remake. This movie has a lot of different kinds of taste around it, if you like it or not. So that is the Funny Games remake. Grab that for $1. We picked up 3 Extremes. This is a anthology film. Grab this for $1 as well from Pawn Shop. I love my anthology films. I've heard good things about this one, so grab that. Grabbed Ghost Train. Now this seems awesome. I love horror films that take place on trains, and not many films take place on trains horror-wise, so very cool. This is a Japanese movie. I haven't heard nobody talk about this movie, so if anybody's seen this, let me know if it's any good. Grabbed it for $1.50. Actually, Family Video had this, and that was weird, but like I said, I haven't heard too much about it. April Fool's Day, the 1986 version. I saw this at Goodwill for $2. Actually didn't have it in the collection, so I grabbed it. It's this new cover art, but it's the same old Paramount DVD that the old cover art had from back in the day. But still wanted to grab this. Haven't seen it, actually. 1986. Next we have U-Turn. This is Oliver Stone's neo-noir type of film. I know Twilight Times has a Blu-ray of this, but I've actually been looking for this one for months because Moods told me about it that I needed to check it out. So I finally grabbed it at a pawn shop, $3. So, you know, a little bit more than I usually spend, which is funny, but I really wanted to check this one out for quite a while. So it's cool to grab that. Happy to have that. Under the Shadow. This is another movie that a lot of people were talking about last year. One that I didn't get a chance to see. So I grabbed this from Family Video for $1.50. Pretty sweet. So excited about that one. Heard a lot of people talk about that. We have Wanted Dead or Alive. This is a Rutger Hauer movie. This is the Anchor Bay edition. I know Mill Creek put this out in like a double pack, but you know, if it has an OG Anchor Bay release, you know that's the way to go. Grab this from a pawn shop for like, I think it was $2. So couldn't leave it on the shelf. Has the insert, so that's cool. I probably wouldn't have picked it up if it didn't have the insert. Jack Goes Home. This is a Momentum Pictures movie. I've heard okay things about this one, actually, so grab that from Family Video. We have The Wizard. Actually, didn't have this one in the collection. Just a classic. You know me, by my name. I was a gamer back in the day when I started this channel, and I love The Wizard. This is cheesy goodness. So I grabbed this from Goodwill for a few bucks, so pretty cool. The Wizard. Happy to finally have that in the collection. Let's get to the last stack here. We have Holidays. It's an anthology film that I've heard a lot of negative things about. A lot of people hate this movie, so haven't seen it. Grabbed that Family Video for $1. A lot of interesting directors, but like I said, I have heard nothing but bad things about this one. Woo! Going fast. Next we have Trash Fire. This is a Orion film, actually. I heard it's really, really funny, actually, Moods told me, but one that I wanted to check out. I've heard good things. So So that was $1.50. Family Video. We have Pet, another one that I wanted to check out from last year. Another Orion film, actually. One that I've been waiting for a while, so finally dropped down to $1.50. Happy to grab that. Next up, we have Soulless. This was actually $2 at Goodwill. How this ended up at Goodwill already, I don't know, because I know this movie just came out not too long ago. But, yeah, Anthony Hopkins and Colin Farrell. Seems pretty cool, serial killer type of a film. And finally, we have the File and Shit collection. I'll have a review of this one on the channel next week for sure. This one includes File and Shit 1 through 4, and it has a bonus disc with Zombies 90, which is the director's other film. First time a lot of these are on DVD. So that's cool. 1 and 2 on one disc, 3 and 4 on the other disc, and Zombie 90 on the other disc. So cool release from it's from Synapse as always. Synapse always does great shit, so no pun intended. So that is Violent Shit from Synapse Films. So thank you everybody for watching this video. If you guys like it, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/NASRuler22. Hope everybody's doing good, and I'll talk to you guys soon. See you guys.